creating online courses is a way to scale yourself to preserve your time and your life with your family and your life balance. So here's how I would say to do it. Hey, it's Brian Eisenhower. Welcome to the show today. I'm going to talk about something very near and dear to my heart. In fact, I've made a living off it. And what I want to talk to you, I'm speaking to those of you out there. So those of you that are real estate leaders, I think I'm speaking to you guys today, whether you're a manager, a team leader, you run a brokerage, or any way you're responsible for other agents. We start to learn over time that our time is pretty precious, and agents need help from the leader. And oftentimes the questions they've asked, we know the answers to, and we wish they had attended a class, or we wish they had been to a training, or we wish they had heard us when we actually covered this, or maybe they just forgotten something we've already told them. So making ourselves available, cloning ourselves, scaling ourselves so that we can help everybody becomes the name of the game. The COVID pandemic is who we have to thank for this one. This is a silver lining to the pandemic, because the pandemic caused so many real estate agents to get online and video conference and get used to engaging and even meeting people online, as opposed to always needing to be face to face. And that actually really helps real estate leaders a lot. And what we've done, and I think many of you know at Eisenhower Coaching, we consult and train and coach many of the highest performing leaders in North America. These guys run large brokerages, they run large real estate teams, small brokerages, you name it. These guys are high performing, and we're always trying to get them to add as much value as they can to their agents. However, there's only so much of them going around. And if you're just trying to be the leader, in front all the time, you're going to start doing them, yourself, and your family a great disservice, because there's only so much of you to go around, and you're not really running a business if it doesn't scale in some way and handle growth. Otherwise, you won't be able to grow. You'll think of agents as a headache, and more of them you can't manage handling them because you don't have a way to scale yourself. Creating your own online real estate courses is an amazing way to do it, and it's actually pretty easy. There is a way to do it without sitting down and preparing and planning. For example, and I'll give you the process for it. There is a way we can do it without wasting any additional time. And it's the way we coach all of our clients to do it as well too, is we try to engage them in a way where they are actually, as they are coaching and training their agents like they normally would, we are actually building online courses through those same efforts. And here's what that kind of looks like, right? Because now you've got this library of online courses, and when new agents come on board, we can hold them accountable to going through those courses, and they'll take them too. They will, at least to a certain extent, because when new licensees first get their license, that's the one time they'll actually do training. They'll actually go to courses after they've been in the business for 6 months to a year. They think they know it all, and they don't have time anymore because they have 2 clients. So it's much harder to get them to learn. But when they first get their license, that's when they're open to a lot of learning. And unfortunately, the only learning they really get at that time is, direct one-on-one mentoring, which is great. Don't get me wrong, that's wonderful. But then you're only going to be mentoring on those problems that either the mentor or the mentee encounters. What about all the stuff they haven't yet encountered, or that they need to do to build their business, or, how to get through transactional issues that they haven't encountered yet? They're going to encounter them sometime, and they're going to come back to you for help. Wouldn't it be neat if we actually preventatively struck those problems by teaching them about them before they encountered them? And then they'd know where to go. If they do encounter them, let's say a few years later, they know, oh, that was in that course. I'll just go back and watch that course. And that's one way that we can solve the problem. Or if they come to you with a question, let's say it's on a Saturday because they are having difficulty getting an offer accepted, and they need to write an offer a certain way or something, but they need it right now because they got to get that offer in. And you want to spend time with your family on the weekend, you can quickly say, hey, watch this video, and you can send them a video from one of your online courses that covers that topic. And if you still have a question, call me about it. And all of a sudden, that almost always solves the problem. And you've shown them that your video is a solution. They know where it is. They can start learning to go to those places. And they don't need to set a time or a meeting with you. That's going to save them a lot of time too, because then they can watch them on their own late at night. They don't expect you to be available then, or on the weekends, or whenever. things are, basically you're giving them your coaching and your advice and your mentoring at their fingertips. It's actually faster if you provide these tools for them, and it'll save you a ton of time and help you scale and handle 4 to 5 to 10 times as many agents on your team or in your brokerage, the more that you can build out your own online library. And one of the things that we do, we are the only real estate coaching and training company that actually has its own learning management system where you can actually build your own training courses on it. And you can use as many of ICC courses to supplement those as well too. A lot of our courses at Eisenhower Coaching are more designed to help people grow their business, how to generate more business, things like that, which is very much needed out there. We don't get into the transactional stuff as much. One of the reasons is it's very location specific. Different cities, different states, different counties, different MLSs all have their own different forms and their own different tools. That's why we found it better to have you guys create your own for that type of stuff, because we can create one for one area that won't work in another very, very easily. But it's fair. I mean, most brokerages and leaders on the local level are very good at explaining those things and talking about transactions and contractual work and explaining and teaching how to do those things, even how you like your open houses held, things like that, how you like to do a buyer consultation, how you like to conduct your listing consultations. Those get to be very personal to you and your team and your organization, and you may have your own thoughts about how to do that. We do some of that at ICC, but at the same time, you may have the specifics of how you want your own organization to run. So what we found is our coaches have for a long time helped our clients build their own. Now, you don't need to have an ICC coach to do that. We have our custom training suite, which you can subscribe to for a very nominal price that comes with a lot of our training courses on it. We can brand it for you. It can have your team name, your colors, all that kind of stuff all over it. It's custom branded as your website with your own glamour URL. It can be your team name at www.yourteamname.com type of deal. And we build it all for you. And we clone a lot of our courses and put them in there for you. And then you can build your own courses. It's got a course creation tool in there where you can build your own courses right in there and hold your agents accountable to going through them. You can actually see a scorecard of what courses they've completed. You can give out your own designations and certifications for completing different courses as well too. It's kind of cool. They can put letters after their name, like, CNA, certified negotiations expert. I guess that's CNE, whatever, if they take our negotiations course or if they take your listing consultation course, you could have a listing and you can actually certify and those come with ICC certification. So you have Eisenhower Coaching as the person certifying and giving that degree designation. So it's kind of neat. It's a neat little, and our courses come with workbooks along with it. And that's the neat thing about using it through us is if you do create your courses through us, not only is it all done for you, it's designed for live training, right? So you can train our courses in your office. You can actually give out student workbooks. You can put slides up on your screen. You can play our video or you can watch us in the video and then turn around and just teach it live yourself and just kind of pretend you're us. However you want to do that's totally fine. Or you could just play the video and have a little Q&A discussion, question and answer afterwards. However you'd like to do that is fine too. But either way, it does help you create your own courses. So I strongly recommend doing that. So there's my plug in the middle of this. But when you do create your own courses, it's really cool. We're going to create courses for onboarding and ongoing training. So it solves two problems. Number one, we preventatively strike the problem. Everybody comes on, they get used to knowing where your courses are, and they get a lot of their questions answers before they even encounter their problems. Then as they continue to come to you with questions, you send them and direct them to courses so they start to learn that is where they're going to get their answers. And they really appreciate that because very few companies have this. I mean, almost no one does. It'd have to be a company coached by us that is utilizing this because even people at the big national brands, even though they have online libraries, no one's using them. They're not designed for course creation or to go through a course systematically. It's really a value add that your brokerage can be unique on. Even if you don't use ours, it's going to be a lot more work on your part. I mean, you're going to be putting them on YouTube or Wisteria or something or some online platform like that. But, I definitely would do it. And as you create your courses, so here's how I would say to do it. The reason it's not going to take you any extra time is because you're just going to go on Zoom and invite all your agents to get on there, and you're going to teach some live courses. Okay. So as you teach those live courses, you're able to share your screen and show them how you are filling out contracts or any other, any other thing, or how you're like setting them up on a search in your local MLS system. So you can do all your own MLS training and show them how to use your MLS, how to do a CMA in your own MLS system, or how to set up a bunch of showings, or how to input a listing in your own MLS. You can do that by sharing your screen and talking and doing it live, and then just record the thing. And now you've got a video. Now you've got a course. You might have a one session course, or it might be multiple chapters or modules in your course on how to do these things. You're just going to invite everybody to a live training. You're just going to hit record, and then you've got a video that you're going to be able to download from Zoom or whatever video conferencing program you use. And then you can upload it into our system, or upload it onto YouTube, or both. And now you've got a video. And you've got a course. You just got to name it after that. It's very, very, very easy. And our course creation tool takes care of the rest on our end, which is very, very neat. So that's something I would recommend doing, is doing a little less live training and doing a little bit more training online right now. You're going to get more people that can just watch from home doing it. You can send repeat videos out a week later so people can watch it on their own time. And then you've got the video forever that you can use and put in a systemized, course on, maybe on the multiple listing service software. And then everything you might do, you do one video for how to set up a listing or how to input a listing, one video how to run a CMA, one video how to search for a property for a prospective buyer. All those different things you can do in MLS. That might be one course. Another course might be how to fill out the listing agreement, how to fill out a buyer agency agreement, how to fill out all the disclosures, that you could have just one on contracts. And we can go on and on and on with all the things and all the systems that you train on. We could slowly build those. And we start by just teaching live and hitting record. So you kill two birds with one stone. And you never have to go back and do live again, because you've got it recorded, and you've got a one-off way to send people video for their specific questions. So that's what I would do. That's the best way to create your own courses online. I am biased using our custom training suite. Gives you your own learning management system, and an easy way to do that too, for a very, very, very nominal price. Just go to eisenhowercoaching.com, click on our custom training suite option, and you can see how to do that as well. So I hope that helps you. That's a great way to add value now. To me, it's the future of brokers and team leaders adding value and being able to grow to these larger entities that are kind of required for profitability. As agents are getting paid less and less, and brokers are taking less and less to remain competitive, size is how people scale and still remain profitable. And again, we can't do that at the expense of your time. And creating online courses is a way to scale yourself to preserve your time and your life with your family and your life balance. So I hope that helps, guys, and I will see you next week.